back on site today with our historic house on South Court Street, and as you can tell, the house looks quite a bit different from the last time we were here filming what was going on. Over this past fall and winter and spring, we've had the house stripped of all the old paint and have a fresh coat of historically accurate paint on it. We have our amazing Renewal by Andersen windows in the red that really sets off the architecture. And we decided to go with a little bit darker body color, which sets off the trim. If you noticed last time, at the very top of the house, there's that decorative trim up in the gable, and it was looking pretty rough last time. But we had a local woodworker recreate those pieces of trim and put them back up. And in just a minute, we'll take a look at the old ones, and you can see how rough and beat up they were. So with those installed and painted out in the trim color, our old house is really starting to come together. Now you can also see today we have durable slate on site. Medina is pretty interesting that many of the older homes still have the slate roofs. Now a slate roof, when it's well maintained, can last for a very long time. What happened with our roof is over the years when the gutters were put on, there were nails put through the slate and it started to split. So Durable Slate is out today doing some restoration work on that so that we can make sure we have a solid and dry house. Let's go check it out. So as we started working on the house and we were stripping the paint off, we realized that the decoration that used to be up on the house was in pretty rough shape. If you look here, you can see that there was some kind of a bug infestation that was starting to chew it apart, and things were just splitting and cracking, and we decided to recreate it rather than restore what was here. What was kind of interesting, when the woodworker took this down from the house, we hadn't realized that there was decoration on the gable end here. There was some carved incised decoration. So when he rebuilt that, he put that back in the squares, and then now we've painted it out in the trim colors to really make that stand out. So what he did is he got some lumber to match this size, and then he took it apart and kind of rebuilt it as a puzzle. When you see it on the house, it looks like it's a pretty simple thing, but actually it's pretty intricate when you start looking at how it was cut so that the water would run off, so that the water wouldn't sit in there when it rained to start to rot the wood out. Cleaned up and got rid of all this old caulk on the new pieces. So now we have this nice crisp design on the house that really helps stand out. What was really interesting as we were walking around the house working on it, we noticed on the south side up in the gable that there were some nail holes. We took the recreated piece of gingerbread and held it up there and realized that originally there was one there too. So we made another one and put that back up. So at this point, the exterior of the house is about as original as it can be. Now our next big project is going to be rebuilding that front porch that's really going to make the house come together. Let's go check out the pieces that were replaced and see how it adds to the house. The damage to our roof today that Durable Slate is out fixing for us was done when gutters were put on the house. Obviously slate is a stone, so it's not something that very easily or very kindly takes to a nail. So when the gutter holders were nailed onto the house, it would often break or split the slate. Then over time, through freeze and thaw, the slate would come apart and then water would infiltrate the house. So today they're going around and buttoning back up all the eaves around the house so that we can put on new gutters and keep this house nice and tight and dry. These are some of the old slate shingles that are being taken off of the house today. As you can tell, slate is actually pretty thin and it really kind of flakes apart. What's interesting is slate is made or is created in layers. So that gives it the ability to be almost shaven down to make this nice tight shingle. Over the years though, that does break down and break apart. And that's why we're out today fixing what's up there so that we have a proper roof when we decide we can sell the house. So it's pretty interesting that we can have the roof fixed and not necessarily have to do a whole tear off. Now a slate roof can last for a very long time if you take proper care of it. And what's kind of cool today is Durable Slate has brought out some replacement slates that'll match the design and pretty much the color, and they can just go around and fix that. So this is something that Durable Slate's been doing forever around the area, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we started in 1986 as a company.
Okay.
I've been here 17 years.
It's a long time.
Yes, it is.
It's a very long time.
I've seen a lot of roofs. We can match everything.
And you specialize in restoration.
Yes.
So particularly for older homes like we have in Medina, and certainly all over the Cleveland area, there's all these homes that have these great roofs, and you guys can go in and fix them without doing a whole tear-off.
Yes, we can.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
And so it makes it cost-effective. And you can call Durable Slate and get an estimate, and you guys come out and explain the process.
Yes.
And then hopefully people can restore and save that element of their old house.
Right, yeah, you don't need to tear off the roof.
Okay.
Routine maintenance will keep it functional. It'll keep the roof beautiful like it was when it was first put on.
Sure.
And it's very historic.
Very cool. So today in the truck, I see the old slate of ours, the damaged slates that you're taking off, and you have this stack of replacement slates. Where do you get those? How do you don't just pick that stuff up somewhere?
No, over the years we've had a tear-off crew where we've went and people have called us because they're tearing off their roof.
Okay.
And they want to know if we want the slate. So we would go out and tear it off, and we get to keep the slate.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
And then you have this all stacked around, and we call up and say, hey, we need help, and here you are, and you're fixing the roof.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Don't want to keep you from your work. Thank you guys so much for helping us out.